It's fine if you speak, कोई issue नहीं है. Anyway, so
Okay.
this is the normal chart. Let's take a new chart for example. अभी का chart है. So लग्न से नाइन्थ क्या होगा? That is your fortune, right? भाग्य कितना लेके आए हो? Right?
Yes, yes.
हाँ. So from moon when you are checking, moon is your emotions. So हम emotions के यहाँ से check कर रहे हैं. Ninth from moon is what you are insecure about.
Ninth from moon is what you're insecure
You
about.
are insecure about.
Okay, okay. हाँ,
It
वो
could be
security.
you know that you are insecure about this, or it could be subconscious. कोई कोई लोग होते हैं उनको पता नहीं मुझे इससे इनसिक्योरिटी है, but they feel it. Some people they know, they are very self critical कि मुझे इससे इनसिक्योरिटी है, they will know. Okay. So now how do you use this? Let's say कि you lost your career, job चली गई. Now what are you insecure about at night? कि मेरी
Job.
जॉब नहीं है. Right? So that's why you worship the ninth from moon. Ninth from moon कोई भी कुंडली में worship करोगे, so what will happen is that devta will help you remove that insecurity.
Okay.
Now, because different people have different power with the devta. So, for example, in this current chart, we have ninth from moon is what it is the Venus, the lordship देखनी है, planet नहीं देखना है वहाँ पे, lordship देखनी है. We check the lordship, it is a Venus. So, what kind of the deities will be associated with Venus?
Mahalakshmi.
Mahalakshmi.
Okay. If you don't know, I make the whole list here. But mainly, if you see, it is the Sachi with the Indrani, Lakshmi. If you are looking at the Dasavatar, it is Parsuram, but you won't find any mantras for him, and nor do I recommend. If you are looking for the Mahavidya, then it is the Kamalatmika, and then Ardhanaresh or Mahalakshmi, so on. But easiest one would be the Mahalakshmi or Lakshmi form. So what can you do is either you can do the Nama mantra of the Lakshmi, which is the normal Om. Don't add the Om. If you want, you can. If you don't want to, just say Sri Lakshmi Nama, and then you do the Mala. If you don't want to do that, you can do either, let's say, Sri Suktam or Lakshmi Sahasranama or Stotranam or any other stotra, and that will work out. What will it do? It will remove the insecurity associated with ninth house by getting you a job or whatever form of insecurity you are having. Make sense?
Okay, okay.
But this alone is not enough. What I would suggest is, let's say, take the Amatyakaraka as well. Amatyakaraka is the second highest degree planet in the chart, right? Let me open another chart here. For example, if I'm opening your chart. So here the ninth from moon will be what? It is Jupiter. Jupiter. So it could be a lot of planets, right? For Jupiter. So you go here. Who is it? It is Sadasiva, which is the Pratyadi Devata. But if you're looking this Avatar, then it's Vamana. If you're looking Mahavidya, it is Tara. You can also take Dakshinamurti, Dattatreya. All of them will work. Depending on who you want to do, you can select any of them and they will work for you. So now the ninth from moon for you will be the Jupiter. But if you look at the Amatyakaraka is the second highest degree planet in your chart. And we also consider Rahu here, not the Ketu, but Rahu is considered. So if you consider that, here is a Mercury. The Amatyakaraka is the divine minister who is there to help you to do all the things. And also the one who will find you the job. Whenever the Amatyakaraka Dasha comes, you will notice that there is certain things that have happened that help you find a job. So for you, it is also very necessary to strengthen the Mercury because that is your helper. So ideally, you want your helper to be very strong so it can help you. So one thing you can worship is obviously the Jupiter. Other thing that you can worship is the Mercury. For Mercury, which will be the Devta?
Vishnu, Ganpati.
Vishnu, Ganpati, Tripura Sundari, Haigriva, Dakshinamurti, Matangi, Saraswati, so on, so on, so on. Whatever you like. Any of them will work. Ganpati can also work, but I like Ganpati more with the Ketu because it is obstacles and all. So Ganesha is better in the sense of Ketu, while the Vishnu will be better for the Buddha Mercury. But obviously, you can do others as well. It will still work out. And the best thing that you can do, that will be the Sahasranama, which is 1000 names, does not require any Diksha. You can do it. Obviously, I do not recommend that you find some Bhuvneshwari or Tripura Bhairavi start the Sahasranama. It will cause certain issue. But normal, let's say you take the Mangal is 9 from your moon, it is the air is a Scorpion sign, then you can worship Narasimha, you can worship Kartikeya. Obviously, when you are worshipping this planet, you have to be careful that you are brahmacharya or you don't eat meat or something. So you have to keep that in mind while worshipping them, depending on the tattva of the devta. That is one thing. But other thing is Amatyakaraka, which is Mercury for you. Again, so you consider Mercury and Jupiter both. Now, which one do you give the preference? For that, you check the Dasha. What Dasha are you currently running?
Rahu Jupiter, I guess.
Rahu, Jupiter.
So for you, the main one is Jupiter, not the Mercury right now. Because Mercury is not there. Mercury will come after Saturn in 2030. So your first
Okay.
priority should be Jupiter. But if you are having more Mercury influence right now, or let's say the Mercury was the lord of your 10th house, then you would take the Mercury first. Make sense?
Hmm.
In that case, you worship Mercury. But just by doing this too, that 9 from your moon and the Amatyakaraka, obviously depending on your karma, some people have very high karma. So they will need a lot of time. Even if they do the sadhana, it is not gonna change anything for them if they are in a bad dasa, the karma is very high. But for other people, if you worship for let's say 3 or 4 months, things will start working out. Maybe much sooner. Depends on your chart. Let's say we're taking those chart. What is 9 from your moon? Virgo.
Virgo, yes.
So who is
Mercury,
so again Mercury is here coming, and who is your Amatya
Sun.
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 Okay. So now let's see for you which dasha is prominent right now. You are running the
Uh,
Rahu dasha again, and inside the Rahu you are also in Jupiter.
hmm,
After
Hmm.
Jupiter, the Mercury will eventually come, and the Sun will come very late for you. So by
hmm.
that logic, none of them are here. So which is more important for you? It is Mercury or is it Sun? If you check by here,
Mercury.
it is
Mercury.
Mercury because from Lagna it is your ninth lord, your Bhagya, right? And it is
Hmm.
placed in your ninth house. So by that logic, you should worship Mercury first. Also, it is the ninth from your moon. Along with that, you should consider worshiping Sun. It is not that you totally ignored Sun, but you should worship the Mercury Devta, and along with that, you should worship the Sun Devta. So Mercury again, same thing. Here you worship this. For the Sun, there are many options. You can worship Agni, Shiva, Ram, Baglamukhi, Gayatri. You can also worship Mata the Bhairava if you have the mantras and all. If nothing, you can normally directly worship Surya Dev, Surya Sahasranama, Aditya Dev. All of them will help you directly get the job. Now, one thing that what will you do if there is an exchange from the ninth of your moon, let's say, for example. In that case, what will you do?
We will consider that planet which is getting exchanged.
Yes. So let's say for him, let's say here the Mercury is. But for example, if there was a exchange between, let's say, Mercury and Venus in his chart, let's take example. In that case, you don't do the Mercury, you consider the Venus because it is getting exchanged. So the Venus is responsible to give you the karma with the line from your moon. Instead of Mercury, you worship the Devta of your Venus, but the Amatya Karak will remain the same.
Okay.
Okay. And obviously, don't add the Om. If you have the Diksha and all, you can add the Om. If you feel, okay, I don't care, I don't mind doing the Nam Japa with the Om, you can do so. But easiest will be either you do some Stotram or you do the Sahasranam, and that will work very fine. While I have
Um,
given all the Mahavidya names here, but obviously you should not, randomly touch Chinnamasa Dhumavati just to think that it is gonna help me. Try to go with the more Somya Devtas first, unless obviously you have done the sadhana of certain forms of Mahavidyas and all that beforehand.
will we consider Rahu in it because Rahu is sitting in the ninth as well?
Sorry, we will consider what?
Rahu.
For him.
Hmm.
In his case, it's a bit complicated because Rahu is also the co-lord of Virgo and Mercury
Okay.
is the lord of Virgo, and they are both sitting together. So for him, it would be a form which is more of the Rahu and Mercury combined, or we have to check whether the Mercury is more powerful in his chart or Rahu is more powerful. If you see Mercury is extremely weak here by
Hmm.
the Shadbal matrix, if I'm checking the strength, extremely weak. For him, Rahu is more powerful, I would say, right? So for him, the Rahu will work better rather than Mercury, but you can also consider Mercury and a Rahu combined form. So what would be the Devta which will be kind of common for both Rahu and Mercury if you have to take?
Uh, is there any form of Vishnu with the like serpent and all?
Mm,
Because if we consider Rahu as a
no, I
serpent and
mean for the Buddha, the not really.
says Saya Vishnu maybe.
Okay,
I
in
don't
this
know.
case, the easiest one, sorry, Rahu, we are considering, right? So
Hmm.
easiest one would be either to go Ganesh or something. Okay,
Ganesha.
because Rahu is like in the end, it is a Pap planet, right? It is Asura. So you need to remove those obstacles. You can consider Ganesha. If not, you can consider Durga as well. If not, then you have to think. Obviously, Chinnamasta won't be there, but you can also do the Tripura Sundari or Matangi. Matangi can work very well because Matangi is kind of the outcast or something, and Rahu is similar to that.
Hmm.
So you can do all of that. Ideally, all of the Mahavidyas, they are above all the planets, so it won't matter. Or what you can do is you can worship the Narayan, and you can also worship another as a side on the Rahu.
Mhm.
But here we give the preference for Rahu for his chart because Rahu is more potent compared to Mercury and the Sun, obviously. Any question in this?
No.
No.
So let's open another chart, for example. For his chart, what would you recommend?
First, so where goes to Mercury and Amatyakaraka. Mercury is best. Both are.
Mercury is best. Okay. Mercury is Amatyakaraka and Mercury is also 9 from his moon. By both logic, Mercury is here better. So we won't consider Rahu even though it is a co-lord of Virgo because it is coming up more, right?
Hmm.
Mercury is very good for him. Now let's see the Dasha. What Dasha is it running? Rahu Dasha. Inside that is running the Venus Anta Dasha. So we can consider Rahu on the side because of the Rahu MD, but first and foremost preference will be Mercury for him. So we go back here, we check who's coming for the Mercury again. Any of this form, ideally just the Narayan or Vishnu Sahasranam would do everything for him. Okay. Another chart, let's say for example, let's take Chil chart for example. What would be the 9 from this?
Here again, Mercury.
Again
Virgo.
Mercury, right? And again, Mercury is again a Matyakarak.
Hmm.
So now he is also running Rahu Dasha, if you see, and it's again Rahu Sun right now going on. But we will consider Mercury in this case because Mercury is also Amatyakarak as well. Okay. For this person, let's say for example, what would be the 9th?
Mars and
So it is
Mars
Mars,
moon.
only
Mars
Mars,
and
right?
moon.
And the
Okay, yes.
Amatyakarak is Moon itself.
Hmm.
Okay. So here you have to think our moon represents what? It is your mother. So Devi form.
Gauri, I guess.
Yeah, it could be Gauri, but it is Mars, right? So we need a warrior form here. So it could be Chandi or Durga.
Hmm.
Okay. So Chandika, Durga Saptasati Chandi work very well for him.
Bhairavi. Yes.
Obviously, he can also do Skanda, Narsimha, and all that. But Devi form will work better because Moon is the Mantyakara. So we are preferring a Devi form over the male warrior deities. Make sense?
Yes.
Any other question in this?
No.